What's up, everybody? Another Thursday. Thank you so much for tuning in. Wave 3 Radio. We're out here, another episode of The Wave. We got a very special guest, somebody who's been on the show before. First time we had you on the show, we didn't really get into depth of everything in detail, what exactly you do. We're more so promoting the show that we had going on. So I wanted to bring you back out and kind of let the people know exactly more in depth who Skinny is, bro. So just I know we've interviewed you, but for the people who are watching live, tell everybody who Skinny is.
Yeah, I go by Skinny, and I'm a music producer, recording artist, video director, engineer, and above also. So I do a lot of things behind the scenes, and it's a lot more in front of the scenes as well. So
that's crazy, man. How'd you get into? I know about the music side of stuff. You've been doing music for a minute, but going in from to the directing side, how'd you get into directing videos and stuff?
Well, I've always had a passion for movies in general, so I've always studied them and watched the behind the scenes and the commentary, you know how the DVD they had all that stuff.
The commentaries cut where the directors speaking.
Yeah, the cast and all that. So I would watch all that before I even got into making music. So when I was making music, it was more out of necessity, where you need to be seen. And at the time, young and I don't have much money, I was at that point where I just do everything myself and just learn. So all I did was just learn. I even took a year or so before I even touched the camera, just learning about a camera, the settings, how to work it, what does what, understanding all the terminology. Before I even touched one. So when I finally touched one, I already knew. So it was just creating a vision at that point, but I was still figuring things out as I went.
Yeah, bro. So obviously, what came first? Was it the music or the passion for videoing that made you want to jump into this?
It was the music first. Yeah. What was actually funny is it's because of a movie. That it's because of a movie why I got into making music. I always had a passion for making music, but I didn't know how to make it or where to go about even doing that. But it wasn't until the movie Hustle and Flow, where they're creating the Whoop That Trick song, that gave me the inspiration. And what's crazy is that, back then when they were really promoting the websites for the movies, on that website, it had a page where you could actually sequence beats.
Be your own producer type stuff.
Yeah, you can actually make a beat, but it wasn't too in depth. It was just just drums. That
was on the website.
That was on the
Hustle
website.
And Flow.
Yeah, on the Hustle and Flow website.
Movie.
On the Hustle and Flow movie website, there was a page where you could actually make a beat, but it was just sequencing, so just drums, percussion, little things like that. You couldn't make no melodies and none of that. But that sparked more of an interest for me to look into it more, and I started downloading software and finally got around to finding FL, and I just learned it. And here now.
What was the first beat program you used to start making beats when you first started?
It wasn't FL. It was a whole bunch because it took me a while to even find FL. And even when I found it, I really didn't like it because it was just a weird user interface. But I didn't understand it. I know I made beats on a few other programs before, but none of them were saved. It was just what can I do on this? And that was it. But once I got the hang of FL, that was just my go-to. I just never stopped making beats on FL.
That's crazy. What age were you when you started actually dabbling and getting serious with the whole beat making?
That was 2005. I was 12.
Dang, bro. So back then we had the big tower computer still.
The old school,
ones, bro.
2 gigs of RAM, nothing on there, a few hundred gigs, just nothing.
The dial-up sound,
all that, 2005, bro, 2005, 2006, that's
crazy,
that whole year.
So going into starting off doing the music stuff, learning how to make beats, how did that transition into the passion for wanting to film movies?
Well, I think music and
videos in general.
Well, I think they go hand in hand as visual and sound.
Yeah.
So whenever I was creating the sound, or as I create the sound, I'm envisioning what it can be.
Yeah.
So I felt like it just came naturally. So I just learned more about it.
And you obviously have quite a few artists hitting your line, trying to work with you as far as having you as a producer or even a director for videos.
Yeah.
What is it that you more are efficient in now? Is it very kind of steady and equal across making music and
Well,
videos?
I'm more efficient with music because that's like second nature. I could like be in my studio making beats all day. When it comes to videos, it's more of a workload because it's pre-production, the actual production, and then post-production. So it's a long process.
Yeah.
Making beats is just all production. You're just making it as you go.
Yeah.
So it's just, I can make a song real quick in a day. I could do the same thing for a video, but it's going to take a lot more work. So I'm more efficient with music, but when it comes to videos, like I'm efficient with that too, but when I plan.
Yeah, for sure. So I've seen a few of your videos, man. Your videos are top notch, crazy, good quality, bro. I'm not just saying that because you're my boy. Legitimately, for music videos, the vision and the whole storyline behind them, they're solid, bro.
I appreciate that, man.
So I mean, man, that's a crazy industry to be in, where you be able to work with both passions. You starting with music, and then growing up being a movie lover, kind of just goes hand in hand with what you're doing now as a career, bro.
Yeah.
Who are your top 5 favorite directors?
Top
or just
5,
top 3 at least.
I'll say top 3, definitely. Obviously, Tarantino.
Quentin.
Yeah, Scorsese for sure, and Wes Anderson.
Man, bro, favorite Quarantino, was it?
Quentin Tarantino.
Tarantino, yeah.
Favorite movie? Man, it's tough. It really had to be Pulp Fiction or
Pulp Fiction's hard, bro, but I like
the Hateful Eight.
The Hateful Eight, I've never seen that one.
I thought that was good. I know there's a few other ones I can't think of right now.
My favorite was the Desperado Mariachi series.
I like the Death Proof stuff that they're doing on the side. Yeah, well, that was like a Grindhouse thing that him and another. I like those films. Yeah. I really like those.
That's crazy, bro. So you like starting, your early part of your career with the music, and obviously transition it into film and music videos and stuff like that. How did All Red come about? So for those of you who don't know, let everybody know what All Red is.
Yeah, All Red Vision is a company that started with a few friends of mine. Pretty much it's a video and music production company, so anything involving those two fields, like, I could take care of, or me and my team could take care of. But as far as how it got started, it was just an idea that I guess I branded from another friend who had something going on. So I kind of like helped rebrand his idea into All Red, but it was a completely different like way to go about it.
Different structure.
Yeah, well, he was doing like other businesses, but I like that idea of just having like multiple businesses under one thing. But I mean, what I'm good at is music and video, so I was like, well, I like the name and kind of where you're going about that. What if you tried this and go about it with just music and videos? And well, like you said, they both go hand in hand. Like, you need videos for the music and you need music for the videos. So it's like, I think that's the unique thing for All Red Vision in general, because there's no company that's doing both video or film production and music production. It's either one or the other. You gotta have like a certain type of people around you to be doing both at the same time, because yes, it's a tough deal just doing one or the other. So doing both at the same time I think it's a unique thing for us to be doing.
Cool, man. So what do you see the future? You guys got merch coming? Got merch?
Yeah, we got merch. We got everything working out. The website. We have a website going up. We're really focused on designing a whole bunch of merch for that, and just content for the artists that we have. We have like 6 artists, including myself, which is me, Rain Rael, Debbie, MBK, Newells, and Don B. And we have a few people behind the scenes as well. We have a photographer and investors and video people.
Yeah, bro. What's like everybody in general? Everybody has a solid sound, got good music, bro.
Right.
You personally, bro, where does like your inspiration to create come from?
I feel like it comes from anything, and it could be from everything, because I never have like a specific person or a specific place where I gather information, because I can't be here and be like, oh, I get inspired by just one set person one set thing. It's always like a little bit of everything, and it just anything that could catch my ear. So as far as my sound, how I want it to be, I want my sound to like be big. So I feel like the pop sound, but like having a rap thing behind it is an interesting blend to try to achieve, because pop sounds big depending on how it's produced, but the way I try to go about it is catchy and big, so people are going to recognize it and remember when they hear it, and it's going to sound huge whenever I perform it on a big scale, or you hear it, you know, on a big scale.
So that's what you kind of like lean towards when making music. I wanted to sound like, I want to prep my music to sound like if I'm about to be in like an arena or
like every song I make, I visualize like, can I actually get hyped up to perform this and be out there, and can I actually get a reaction? Like it's all instinct and it's all gut. If I'm not feeling it, like I'm just not gonna do the song. And I have a lot of songs where I just don't end up finishing or doing because it's just not it. I can make 100 songs that probably end up keeping 10. So that just sometimes matter. It's all creating. That's all I do is just create. I'm just throwing paint at the wall and seeing what sticks, and if I get a couple things that stick, I'm gonna run with it, and whatever that don't, and then I can either give it away or just never use it.
That's crazy, man. So you, being obviously like a leader, you got a team under you, bro. What are some of the struggles? You know, obviously you started from the bottom, you're still working your way up. What are some of the struggles that come along the way with doing stuff like this?
Managing a lot of people and time, because it's a lot of different personalities, and it's kind of tough sometimes, but I manage. I mean, I have a good relationship with everybody, and everybody trusts me, and but it is a lot of responsibility having a lot of people look at you as like, or like rely on you, or just look at you like, up there, this guy is gonna like help me get to the next level, and I want to, and I'm gonna do it, and I'm passionate about the people I work with, and I'm a genuine fan of their music, which is why I choose to work with them and go this route with them and build, because this is not like an easy thing to do with just anybody. You gotta like really be connected with the people you're working with and your team. So I'm fortunate enough to actually gather those individuals, but yeah, it's a tough thing to go about, but you know, it's not too difficult.
How do you stay motivated through all this? Obviously, like the stuff that comes along with making music and being in the industry, heavy workload, a lot of sleepless nights. Obviously, you know, you spend a bunch of nights not sleeping, getting up, doing the same thing over.
It's really the goal is that's really the motivation. That's really it, is to make it happen, and like really the vision is the motivation, because I have this site, I'm like, this is what I know we could be, either us as individuals or us as a team, as our Red Vision, or you know, as me by myself, or my other artists as themselves. But I feel like together as a team, like, we're unstoppable with what we can do.
For sure, bro, for sure. And then obviously there's an end goal, there's a vision. I'm sure you have what you have in mind for All Red Vision 10 years from now, and it's just a matter of, I guess, working, reverse engineering, working your way backwards to be able to get to that goal, bro. So I mean, obviously it's a tough road, it's a lot of grinding, but I mean, if you're passionate about it, I mean, that's all that really matters, bro.
No, I'm very passionate. I feel like I'm the most passionate one out of everybody, because I'm the one having to steer the ship, so to say, because I feel like I know what's best for everybody on the team, and I understand more, and I have more knowledge because I actually like study this. I've like dedicated half my life, or more than half my life, to the craft and actually learning, because every day I'm just learning. I never stop. You know, tomorrow I'm gonna pick up something new and I'm gonna use it, you know, in time.
This is the part, even that just goes to say, is like just being a regular human being. Every day, like, we're learning and figuring out what works, what don't. And I mean, even people who are not in the music industry could use that knowledge and information to correlate that to your, like, whoever's personal life, you know. It's the same thing. Everybody's out here grinding. You got to wake up every day, do your job, make sure you're being productive.
This is a 24/7 thing. It's not something where you could just like to stop and then it's like you expect it to keep going when you stop. Like, no, it has to keep moving. Somebody has to keep day in and day out, have to like keep moving forward for everybody else.
Yeah, bro. And even no pun intended, but you know, when the waves get choppy, when the waves get rough,
right,
you either gotta ride the wave or get out the water, bro.
Right.
And it's like, man,
surf's up, right.
That's funny, bro. That's funny. So we touched base on your music, on your passion for movies. Obviously, you know, you're a leader role in your organization. What kind of motivation would you have, or advice would you have to give to other artists, or even just anybody in general who are trying to do the same thing you're doing? What would you tell them?
Just, if you're really passionate about it, just live it. Don't try to do it. Just do it. And just like I said, just keep learning, because every day is going to be a step forward the more you learn and actually understanding what you're doing. Every day you got to think about, like, is this really what I want to do? And if you feel it like within yourself, then just do it. You know, nobody's going to stop you. It's only yourself. You can only stop yourself and at the end of the day. So if this is really what you want to do, being a creative, like, just create. No matter what it is, just pick up something and create. If you want to produce something, you could make beats on your phone. You can make beats anywhere. Back then, it wasn't that easy for me to make beats. I mean, I was in the computer era where I could just download the software, but now you have the stuff on your phone. You have GarageBand on your phone, or applications to make a melody, and you can record on your phone, or your phone is already a camera and you could download an app and edit on your phone. Like, it's not hard, it's not difficult for you to do. So especially in this day and age, like, everything's in your hand. It's up to you to make something out of it.
Yeah, that's good advice, bro. Good advice for the youth trying to, you know, whoever's out there trying to do the same thing. So speaking on that, bro, what's your plan for the future, bro? What do you see? Obviously, you know, you have an end goal, but what do you see yourself, like, you know, next 3 years from now?
Really, I want, me myself, I want to be more involved in the industry, just making music and just moving around, either creating for other people or for myself. I got a lot of music that I plan to release soon, but in 3 years from now, it will be in a bigger position than I am now, obviously, but it will be more cemented in the industry, and not just for myself, but for my team, because I want Red to be hands deep in the industry when it comes to film, not just music videos, but actually being able to, like, produce films or commercials or quality content, you know, and actually have the music going on movies and commercials, not just on streaming platforms. Like, I want to be able to have all our intellectual property actually making moves and doing something, sure, and not just like making money, but actually making a difference and actually connecting with people, because I feel like the music that we make actually resonates, because we don't make music just to make music. We make music because we feel it and it's in us, it's within all of us, and we do it so well where it actually relates to other people, either depending on the song, right? But the sound is going to relate to people, and it's not a local sound. I feel like our sound is universal, all of us together, and as individuals. But that's cool, bro. That's cool.
I think we touched base on pretty much everything, bro.
What are your favorite movies or what?
Mine, bro, man. Shit, man. Going back,
it's hard to like talk about actual favorite movies, because me personally, I have so much, so I can't really say I have a favorite. But I know I have like a top 100 list of movies that I will, like, if it's on, I'm gonna sit down and watch it.
I'm the same way, but like, I got a very set. I already know my top 3. It's like, number 1's for sure Avatar, bro.
Okay.
Avatar 1 is my top first. Avatar 2 is number 3 or number 2.
Okay.
And number 3, man, that's a hard one, bro, because there's so many good movies that are up there. But I mean, Apocalypto, bro.
That's a fire movie.
Apocalypto's another one, bro. Yeah. It's just like to be able to like capture what it felt like to be like an Indian in those days, bro. The way Mel Gibson was able to
Aztec and all that.
Yeah, like, and it's crazy because we're talking to these people who are making kind of a modern day Apocalypto, and they say that they got a lot of the indigenous part wrong, where it's very different now.
Yeah.
So it's crazy to see like the different perspectives from one director to the other as far as what their take on what indigenous means. Or,
yeah.
You know, whether you really lived it or it's just something that, you know, it's kind of like an image or a thought of what indigenous is to you. It's crazy.
Thinking about like on that subject, it's crazy to me how there's still like lost tribes and like just whole people that just cut off from how we live life.
Yeah, man. There's still people who live like in adobo mud huts, who still hunt and
still
fish
in the
every
mud,
day.
Still in the forest.
Like they don't know anything else but the woods and like
how to live off it.
Yeah, how to live off the land, and like there's no church out there.
Nah, they don't. It's just survival.
The moon, the sky, the earth, and
well, I know, you know, some have their own beliefs, so they might have something as a god to them.
Yeah,
but as far as like there's no churches and all that, but I'm pretty sure some had like some sort of religion.
It's like that Jay-Z song, "No Church in the Wild." I was like, man, you got it pretty common. Like it was like back in the day, it was like whatever, you know, you're born into this world and you just
sorry about that.
You're born into this world and it's just whatever like you perceive the world to be at that time. You know what I mean? And to be able to, you know, resonate to that, and I feel like especially us down here, the culture, we have bunch of like ancestral ties to that culture still, but it's kind of lost. To be able to
for sure
like reconnect, I think that's a badass thing. That's why I guess Apocalypto, and then going back to Avatar, it's obviously a sci-fi movie, right? But I mean,
there's touches of like
it's inspired by indigenous like culture as well. So I don't know, that's just me, bro, as far as movies.
I have too many to count. I'll be sitting here in silence just trying to think of a top 3 because there's so many that I really love to watch.
Besides movies and music, bro, it's like what's some of like random hobbies that you have?
Video games for sure. I'm a big gamer. I've always been, I mean, growing up, it's a lot of the games that I play were obviously single player. Like if you had co-op, the person was right here playing with you. But now since everything's online, I hardly play multiplayer games. The one I do is here and there. It's probably like the typical Call of Duty, or I was on Apex for a little bit, but I'm just not that good on that. But I usually play single player games, so I'm really in deep with all the Rockstar games. Anything Rockstar is like my favorite.
Grand Theft Autos,
all that, bro. Red Dead, favorite.
Red Dead.
I never played Bully. I don't know if you know about that game.
Bully, it's like a simulated.
It's like Sims? A middle. It's not like. It's like it's pretty much like a teenage kid in middle school dealing with like bullies or something like that.
Right?
Yeah. It was a cool game. I know my nephew was really big on it, but me personally, I wasn't. I never played that one, but I played majority of the other games that Rockstar has.
Top favorite console of all time? PlayStation, bro.
Yeah. Well,
I'm gonna have to say 64.
Oh, I mean, if you're talking about retro, I'm talking about like now,
all time.
Yeah, the classics for sure. It has to be 64. I remember a homie had a GameCube. But for sure 64. You can't go wrong with the cartridge trying to fix it.
No, there was before the disc, bro. No scratching disc, and then 64 had bangers, bro. Like you had Star Fox, you had
GoldenEye,
007.
Yeah, so much.
Bunch of crazy
PlayStation
stuff,
2 is fire. I have a lot of good memories of PlayStation 2, so I would have to say that. I had an Xbox 360, and I had that for like 6 years until it burnt out.
Ring of Fire one.
Yeah, I gave that one worked overtime with me.
That one, you put in some miles on that one. Oil changes, kept up with the oil changes on the Xbox and all that.
Yeah, it died out on me naturally.
Crazy, bro.
Natural causes. It gave out. But yeah, video games is definitely a big hobby of mine that I like to do outside of music to stay creative, or at least to like not think of anything. It just I'm immersed in the game, and I just do that. God of War is pretty fire too. I'm still waiting to play the new one.
I was big on Halo too, man.
I was never big on Halo, but it's cool. I like watching like other people play that are good.
I just was like immersed with the whole storyline, bro.
My homie Debbie fire on Apex, bro. I could watch him play and he'd be going crazy on it.
Apex?
Yeah, on Apex. Yeah. Mickey Bang, he'd be going crazy. There was one night we had in my studio where it was me, Don B, and Debbie. I think it was Debbie. And yeah, all four of us were like playing the PlayStation 4. We're playing like UFC and a bunch of other games, and Mickey Bang whooped all of us.
Really?
He was like 7-0. Like,
dang, bro. Like, how do you get so good like at video games?
Just time in, time out.
It's time, bro.
Yeah,
like,
it's very
I don't even got time to get good. I gotta be like.
I stopped. I haven't had time like taking on the big role. Like I haven't had time to be playing video games.
Aside, huh?
Yeah, here and there, like 30 minutes, an hour. But after a while, just like, all right, I got stuff to do.
Yeah, bro, that's crazy.
Yeah, man, but I'm still building up my gaming catalog. I'm gonna wait to get a PS5. Cause I'm not really. I know if I get it now, like it's just gonna be there, and I'm not trying to waste money on that.
The last time I had gaming consoles back, like when I was a kid, bro, I was living with my parents. Me and my brother would get a joint birthday or a Christmas gift. Right. Here's an Xbox, and both y'all enjoy sharing, and we play the heck out of those games, man.
Yeah,
then you become an adult, and you gotta pay bills, and real life sits in. You gotta
it's water, like damn, this is just more of a luxury or more like a thing.
You don't even take, you take all that stuff for granted. It's like damn.
Yeah, I remember playing games on the PS2 with no memory card.
You just have to restart the game.
Not
every
even.
time.
I had to leave the PlayStation on until I was ready to play again.
Man, what you know about them Rumble packs on the 64? You put the thing in.
Yeah, I remember all that.
Like vibrating controller that goes with the game.
I remember, bro, I was playing games on CD-ROM. So
CD-ROM.
Yeah, when they were even all that. Yeah, I was CD-ROMing it up.
The snake.
On the Nokia and everything.
The Nokia.
Mobile games before mobile games.
Bro, for real.
Yeah, all that. That's crazy. We're going way back.
Nostalgia, bro.
Yeah. There's a few things.
Who are some like mainstream artists that you listen to, that you generally like? All right, I mess with these guys. I mean,
for sure, Travis Scott is like a big.
It's lit.
Yeah, I can't deny it. Like his sound is crazy, but then that also goes back to like Kid Cudi, because that's who his big influence is. So, but I never.
It all trickles down.
Yeah, I never been like much of a huge Kid Cudi fan. I was more of a fan of his probably like 3 or 4 songs, but never so much him as an artist. But Travis Scott for sure for me. The Migos here and there were like a little inspiration, and it's tough to say because there's also like a few other artists outside of like hip hop that I can't really name right now because I'll just be like too hard thinking about it. But yeah, I get inspiration from like a lot of different people. Right now I'm listening to like a few people.
What about a dream collab?
For sure with him, Travis. For sure Timberland. A lot of people that I grew up in the 2000s, like all those artists were popping at that time. Like I would like to collaborate with them, like off the bucket list. Even like Houston legends, like Paul Wall, Lil Flip, like anybody I can. There's a few other people that I would like to think of. I don't know.
That's crazy, bro.
There's a good amount of people that I know I've made a list before, but I know where it's at, where like people I want to work with for when that time comes.
Dream
I'm
list.
like, I want to work with. I have to work with these people some way, somehow. Write something, produce something. We feature on the song. Like I have to just at least be able to like sit in the room with them and like just vibe and share stories and share experiences and share that experience of making music together. So it's a unique experience when you make music with a person because it's a real collaborative. People don't think about it, but like it's depending on the song, of course, like it could be a vulnerable thing to like open up and make music with another person. So there's a lot of energy that goes towards it too.
Bro.
For 2 people or 3 people or however many people are in the room making the song, like everybody has to be like on the same frequency and in the same wavelength. Shout out to the wave. Everybody has to be on the same wavelength to like make that song what it's gonna be. And that's what I really appreciate from like the process of how songs were made back then, because it was a huge collaborative process, and it still is now, but since the way things are, like one person could just be making everything and kind of how it is with a few people. But there's still people out there like collaborating and making shit together, so that's cool.
I got you, bro. So right. We got they're about 30 minutes into it, bro. Any projects you got coming out that you want to shout out? Anything exciting you got going on with either All Red or any of your other artists? Any drops?
Yeah, we just have a lot of music that we're planning to release alongside with videos and merch. Nothing too specific, but there's a lot of music that you're gonna be expecting from us, and be seeing a lot of everybody.
Any shout outs you want to give out to the camera?
Shout out to everybody down my team. Shout out to you, everybody that's been rocking me since the day one. I can't express how much gratitude I have towards everybody that actually like supports me. It's a small circle, but yeah, thank you.
And then one more thing before you sign off, bro. What would you tell 12-year-old Skinny right now if you could tell him something?
Man, what would I tell myself? I wouldn't even know. Buckle up. Buckle up. It's gonna be a tough one. Yeah, you're not gonna sleep.
Get your sleep.
Yeah, enjoy it now, because once you're older, it's a different story. For so sure, yeah, bro. Enjoy the time that you have now. That's what I would really tell myself.
Cool, bro. That pretty much wraps it up, man. I appreciate you for
jumping on.
Appreciate
you having me, bro.
Chopping up here on the Wave, episode number 2. For everybody out there tuning in on Facebook Live, YouTube Live, the Soundgarden app. Everybody go make sure you follow and like Skinny Was Here on Instagram.
Yes, sir. Skinny Was Here is Skinny_was_here. You can also follow All Red Vision and just All Red Vision. Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, whatever platform we're on, that YouTube.
For sure, bro. Again, thank you a lot for pulling up, man. And tune in for another episode next Thursday. We'll be back at you 8:30 next Thursday again. Everybody out there on YouTube, Facebook, Soundgarden app, everybody out there who's just supporting, anybody who just scrolling by and clicking the like button, very truly grateful for everybody who's tuning in and who support us and support the Wave and support everything that we're doing, and our mission just to be able to bring artists who are local and bring them to light and highlight a lot of the crazy stuff and good stuff that people are doing down here. So if you're rocking with us, make sure you hit the like and follow button on the radio's website, on the Waves, and tune in. So again, thank you so much for tuning in.
Sir, thank you.